Hello Stampers, I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Inkin' with Ink and welcome to my video. All this week on my videos and my Facebook Live, I am focusing on the Clubhouse stamp set and the whole Country Club suite that is in the January through June 2020 mini catalog starting on page 46 and 47. This really has been a fun set or suite to be working with this week. I've really enjoyed it, and I've come up with what I think some pretty cute cards and just some fun things to do with it. So today I'm going to show you how to make this card, which is a window card. But before I do that, I'm actually going to show you some other cards that I have either made or received made using this entire suite. So are you ready to look at them? Let's do this. So this card was actually a card that I did in my card class a couple months ago, and it uses the designer series paper in the pack that has the 12 rectangles that you get to cut out and color and use on your card. So this is the same design as the background on this one here. And this fun card, I just love this golfer. I think he is just really great to make masculine cards with. And this is a fun one with the golf ball on it and the tee. I thought that turned out really cute. You know what? I should look and see. This one is by Shelley Pratt. And this one here that I received is by Tamara Davis. So a really nice masculine card. Here's another one with the golfer. I like the way they put the golf ball back behind the greetings. And that's by my upline Jerry. Here is the one that I made in Tuesday's video using the elements that are in the suite. And this is the card I made on my Facebook Live yesterday, which is a pop-up card. Here's one I made that I thought was kind of fun, and that uses the stamp in the set, and then it uses the letters, the script letters that are the dies that we have, but I thought that turned out really cute. Here is a card that I made using our tailored tag punch and just the different designs from the designer series paper. And here is one I made doing some paper piecing. So I just stamped the golfer on the designer series paper and cut it out and use that as just a little interesting design. And then finally I made this one here, which simply is an easy card that's made just stamping the golfer 3 times in 3 different colors. All right, so today, like I said, I'm going to show you how to use this one here. And this one is a very fun but simple one to make, okay? So to start off with this one, you're going to need a piece of Night of Navy cardstock that measures 11 inches by 4 1/4. What we're going to do, we're going to take this, we're going to fold it in half to form our card base. And then we're just going to be sure and use a bone folder along the fold to make it nice and crisp. Then we're going to pull out our trimmer and we're going to trim some off of the front cover. Okay, so this is our front. So what I want to do is I want to put this in so that the fold is right on the 1 inch mark. And I'm just going to cut that off of there like that. Okay, so it just is going to leave this little bit right here. Okay, and then let me make sure how wide this one is. This one is 1 1/2. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece I cut off and I'm going to cut a 1 1/2 inch strip off of it, and that's going to go down on the bottom of my card. So that is it for the trimming right now. So you're just to end up with these 2 pieces like this, okay? And then to make the window in the card, you're going to use one of our window sheets, okay? So this is a window sheet that has been cut to the size of a card front, which is 5 1/4. Nope, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And all I'm going to do for it is I'm going to take my liquid glue and I'm going to put it all along inside the front flap there. I'm going to line this up against the fold and simply close that down like that. Now, since it is a shiny thing, slick like a window sheet, it's going to take just an extra minute to take hold, but then you have it, and that is your card front. Okay, now you may need to go along and trim, okay, if it's not quite straight, but this one looks pretty good. So then what I want to do is take this 1.5 inch flap, put some adhesive on it, and I'm just going to lay it down here at the very bottom of my card front, just like that. Okay, and that is our card base. Now the next layer we're going to do is some designer series paper, and this is from the Country Club designer series paper pack. I really love this pack of designer series paper. It is kind of like a plaid or argyle on one side, and then the other side has fun little golf motifs on it. Okay, so I am picking this navy plaid, and that's what I'm going to put on my card front. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive. Oh, I guess I should tell you how big they are. So this one measures, where is my measurements? There we go. 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And that's going to go right along the top here. And the bottom one measures 4 inches by 1.25. Put my adhesive on it, center it on the bottom one right here. Just like that. Okay, now let's pop ahead and do the inside. Okay, so this piece of paper from the pack is a 12 by 12, and it has 12 little different scenes on it that you can use for your cards. All you have to do is cut them into 3 by 4 inch pieces. Okay, so 3 by 4 inches will cut out every one of them on there. So what I want to do is I'm going to, you know what, let's color it first. So my favorite thing to color on all of these is my blends. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the trees and the grass, and I'm going to do the light old olive on the ground, and I'm going to do the dark old olive on the trees. Okay, so you just need to take a second, color, and the thing that I love about the blends is that it takes away all the lines for you and everything as you color, so that it just blends it all together, and so it looks really nice no matter how good you are at coloring or not. And I really like that there are 2 ends on the blends so that it's super easy to cover wide spots with the brush end, but yet you can take care of little spots easily with the fine point end. So now I'm going to use the dark old olive. Again, I'm going to use the brush end. My brush end isn't in good enough shape. I need to replace it because it's kind of flattened from being used over time. You know what, let's try every other tree. So we'll do a couple of dark trees and a couple of light trees. Just like that. And I guess you see what I did when I was coloring the last of my dark trees. I got way out of the line right there. That's all right. Okay. Now we're going to do the light crumb cake to do the tree trunks. Just like that. And I see I missed a bush down here. Okay, and now for our water, we're going to do the light night of navy. Okay, And I'm just going to go around the edge first. And there is really no right or wrong way to color this. You just need to have some fun with it. Color it with the colors that you have, and I can guarantee you it's going to look fine however you do it. Okay, there we go. So now what I want to do is I want to put some adhesive and see how much it bled through. That's why it's always a good idea to color it first. So what I want to do is I want to hold this up against my window, and I want to get it centered how I want it, and then lay it down to adhere to my card. Okay, so that way it's going to be centered inside the window area like that. All right, now back to the front of the card. We're going to work on our golfer. I've already stamped him and cut him out with the dies. And we're going to go ahead and color him too. So again, I'm just using the Old Olive for the grass. I'm going to use light crumb cake to do his shoes. Let's do some light Night of Navy to do his, you know what? Let's do some dark crumb cake. We're going to mix things up a bit. To do his pants. Sometimes I color the background, like his pants, in a lighter color and then use the darker color to give it some shading, and that's always really nice. But since Stampin' Up! Marks all of the shading for us on here, it's not always necessary to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and do some Poppy Parade for his shirt. Golfers need to be nice and bright, right? And I like red and khaki together, so it'll look good. And let's do the dark to do his, no, let's do the light to do his hat. And then we'll do the dark crumb cake to do his hair. All right. The pink, no, petal pink is what I like to use for the skin tone. Make sure and do his neck. I'm going to do Smoky Slate to do the golf club. And then let's pull in a little yellow because I've done it before, and do his golf glove. Just like that. So there he is. Okay. So I'm ready to adhere him to the front. So again, I'm just going to use some of my Tombow, my liquid Tombow. Put it all the way up him because that's going to be our best choice to stick to the window sheet also. Okay, now we're ready to do our greeting. In the stamp set, there is a happy birthday stamp, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to stamp it in the Poppy Parade just to bring that out a little bit more. So I'm just going to stamp it on a scrap piece of Whisper White. Then I am going to use our classic label punch to punch it out. Just like that, punch him out. I want him to pop up a little bit, and I'm going to need some mini dimensionals because it's a pretty small punched piece. So we're just going to put a couple on there. Go ahead and take the backings off. And we'll just kind of put him right down here. Make sure he's nice and straight, just like that. So there you go. That is how you make a window card. And I just thought it turned out cute with the golfer, just so it makes it look like he's hit it down the fairway playing golf. So I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have decided with all of my samples and everything to purchase anything from the Country Club Suite, please use my April host code this month. I do give away free gifts for anyone who makes an online purchase and uses my host code. Also, don't forget, I have extended celebration for the month of April for my customers. So if your order comes to $50 or more, you get to pick out one of my celebration items that I have. I have not only leftover stuff from this year's choices, but from several previous years too. So if you need to know what products I have available, let me know and I can send you a link to them. But again, please use my April host code if you place an online order. Please share this video with your friends too so they can see how fun it is and how easy it is to make a window card. And give me lots of love because it keeps me going. And thanks for watching.